Yo, what's going on, guys? GZTV, and I am back with another NBA recap video from last night's games. There were a little more games last night. Actually, like a lot more games last night than there were the other day. Only 4 games when I covered it yesterday. Tuesday's games yesterday. We're here covering yesterday's games again. That's what we do around here. We just do the recaps a day after. This weekend I'm going to do them at night after the games are over because it's going to be the weekend and stuff. I have time to stay up. But here we go. We're going to talk about how many games are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There were 12 games on last night. It's one of those big nights in basketball. ESPN doubleheader. My Celtics got the big W. Maybe that should have been my headline. Happy St. Patrick's Day. You know what? I'm going to go get my Celtics jersey on for that. Shout out to the Irish. I have about 25 minutes till I have to go get lunch. 23 minutes. But shout out to the Irish. We got our Celtics jersey on. I just got Pat Burke on 2K. WWE, or not WWE, NBA. I'm sorry I'm babbling on, but later tonight, actually, we're going to be doing a recap of all the Day 1 tournament games, and plus we're going to cover the one game on St. Patrick's Day. Celtics don't even get to play on their special day. We have the Pistons and Magic on NBA TV. Not going to be a very good game, but I'll cover it, including the other stuff. It might be tomorrow, it might be tonight. Let's just get into my Celtics and Warriors. I got to talk about the Celtics first. Curry injures left foot and Warriors blowout loss to the Celtics, and there's that whole controversy. Did Marcus Smart make a dirty play? And I know I might be a biased Celtics fan, but I don't think he made a dirty play. You guys got to think that Marcus Smart's literally a better Pat Bev. Like, that's literally how Marcus Smart plays. He's scrappy. He's a hustle player. I mean, it's not a dirty play. Steve Kerr was getting on his ass, but honestly, Steve Kerr, do we have a problem, as Nicki Minaj said? Do we have a problem, Steve Kerr? Like, don't be talking to my boy Marcus Smart like that. But anyways, looking at the Celtics, Tatum had a really good 26 and 12. Marcus Smart had a good game, 20 points, man. 26 for Jaylen Brown, that big 3. Marcus Smart's getting better at scoring. 4 for 7 from 3, 8 for 12 from the field. Great night for him. Looking at the other side, Jordan Poole, 29 points. Man, Jordan Poole has been playing absolutely exceptional recently, and I need that in my fantasy playoff. Obviously, today I'm not going to be having anyone play. I don't have anyone from the Pistons or Magic. Jordan Poole, he can't do it all. Curry played 14 minutes and still only had 3 points, and that's still pretty bad for what he played. Klay Thompson, people are hyping him up, but he only averages 18 points a game, so that's fine. Who I smoke? I'm just kidding. Hawks and Hornets. This was on paper. This was a really good game. I mean, it was kind of a good game, like in the thick of things. Ball scores 22. Hornets pull away late to beat the Hawks by 10. That's a tough loss for the Hawks. The Hawks were just about to get over that 500 hump. They weren't able to do that, unfortunately. Trae Young didn't really play a very good game, to be honest. He didn't get a lot of shots up. DeAndre Hunter was really the guy that played good for them tonight, and they lost, so it doesn't really matter. DeAndre Hunter, 21. 17 and 15 for Capella. That's one of the best games for Capella I've seen in a minute. He's still coming off that injury. Looking at the Hornets, Plumlee had 12 and 10. LaMelo had 22 and 11. And let's not forget Montrezl Harrell being a dog off the bench, as always. 20 points in 20 minutes. He's a very efficient player. That was a really good pickup by the Hornets. So now the Hornets are the team that are at that 500 hump, and it's going to be interesting to see these two in the play-in tournament. I feel like they're going to be that matchup in the play-in tournament. He has 35 points and 17 rebounds as the Sixers beat the Cavs by 4. This is one of the better games of the night. We had a couple buzzer beaters, so that's nice. I mean, it's March Madness. NBA has to reciprocate what college has been doing. We can talk about the first 4 games, I guess, if you guys would like that. But again, Embiid 35 and 17. Don't forget 25 for Maxey. Maxey's playing really good. 21 and 11 for James Harden. Are you booing him now, Philly? I mean, you're getting 20-point performances with Embiid on the team as well. So, like, you can't really complain. Cavs didn't play amazing. I mean, Darius Garland had 22 points, but that's really about it. Geez, 2K is really on it with these dynamic ratings, aren't they? Nuggets and Wizards. Jokic shines. Nuggets cruise to a 18-point victory over the Wizards. The Wizards have fallen off drastically. They used to be in the playoff contention, which is crazy. But Jokic had 29 and 13. Pretty good. I mean, that's really about it. But, hey, they won the game. There was a lot of double-digit scores as well. Bones Highland has been great off the bench. Is that his real name, or do they call him Bones? That is his name. I thought it was like a nickname. Okay. Wizards played like ass. There's literally no good performance out of the Wizards that night. But I guess we'll move on to Mavericks and Nets. Very tough for KD, I guess. KD had a pretty solid game. Dinwiddie hits a 3 at the buzzer. Mavericks beat the Nets by 2 off that buzzer. They showed the court view thing, and it was like super glitchy. I think people were making memes out of it. It was kind of funny. Dinwiddie back-to-back nights. Yeah, I saw Kevin Durant's face, and he was like, oh, man. It was tough for him. 22 for Dinwiddie, though. Good game. I mean, he's becoming a really good second option guard for the Mavericks. 37 for Doncic. I mean, obviously the Dinwiddie buzzers are going to take the spotlight a little bit, but Doncic is still that guy, man. 23 and 10 for Kevin Durant. Solid. Great game for Andre Drummond at 14 and 17. And Goran Dragic had 21 points. He tacked on some points of his own. I think the big problem was Patty Mills putting up 9 points in 36 minutes. I think he's way more capable of putting up a couple more threes and helping him win that game. But, I mean, he was one of the best three-point shooters in the league at some point, I'm sure. But let's move on to Blazers-Hawks. What a beatdown. Blazers-Knicks, sorry. Knicks have been on a rampage. They've been like 30-balling teams left and right. I mean, they lost a game recently, but RJ Barrett scored 31. Knicks beat the Trailblazers by freaking 30. Again, it's just about the other team playing like shit, and the Trailblazers played like shit. I mean, they really didn't have anybody out there. But for the Knicks, Julius Randle 20, 31 for RJ Barrett. I'm so happy for RJ Barrett. He continues to play great basketball out there. Not too much else to say. Lakers and Timberwolves. I saw that LeBron was very visually frustrated at the end of the game. Like he was handshaking only certain guys. I understand. I mean, you're 29 and 40 with LeBron on your team. I mean, that is ridiculous. Towns and the Timberwolves pulled away to beat the reeling Lakers by 20. The Lakers are struggling. Not a good performance at all by the Lakers. No one. Not even LeBron played good. So that tells you something. They were really bad on the rebounds, too. Holy shit. Looking at the Timberwolves, Cat off of his 60 bomb had 30, so he put up half those points. I mean, that's good. 27 for Ant Edwards. Ant Edwards getting back in the swing of things. He's going to be a big part of this playoff run. Timberwolves are 41 and 30. Like, they're looking to make a good playoff run. And by the way, the Celtics are set up in the playoff bracket to play the Bulls, so I could possibly go to a playoff game. That would be fire, man. But let's move on to Thunder Spurs. Pretty good game here. I mean, the Thunder are putting up fights against decent teams. I mean, the Spurs aren't very good, but yeah, Spurs fended off the Thunder by 2 to end a 2-game slide. Yeah, the Spurs were on a 2-game win streak, which isn't really, or lose streak, isn't really that bad for their franchise, to be honest. That shouldn't be a big emphasis. Great game by the Thunder. 25 for Darius Bazley. I mean, he's been playing his ass off. 34 for Gilgeous, becoming a normality for him. Spurs played good, though. 22 for Keldon Johnson, 15 and 14 for Jakob Poeltl, 26 and 12 for DeJounte. I mean, I wouldn't say a really good big three, but they got a very, very decent big three, like with DeJounte, Keldon, and Jakob. And they probably have a top 20, top 15 bench player off the bench player in Lonnie Walker. I mean, he put up 20 points. He's a really good bench player. He's very underrated. I would say he's a top 15, maybe even top 10 bench player in the league. He's great. Bones Highland's up there. Obviously, you have Tyler Hero, Jordan Clarkson, yada, yada, yada. We're looking at the Bulls and Jazz. Solid game, I guess. Mitchell scores 25 of his 37 points in the third quarter. That was a big part of this victory. Jazz beat the Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, standard performance for DeRozan, 25. I mean, Zach LaVine's been outscoring him in recent games, I guess. 33 points for him, 10 and 11 for Vucevic. So definitely not a bad game for the Bulls. But looking at the Jazz side, Jesus. I mean, apparently Vucevic got destroyed by Rudy Gobert on the board. He had 14 and 20 and 37 off from Donovan Mitchell. And I don't know if Jordan Clarkson is coming off of this big... No, he's not. They've definitely played a game in between his 44 or 45 point game. It was his career high, and he put up 26. Again, Jordan Clarkson's a really good bench player. Bogdanovich on the Hawks is definitely worth mentioning. He's a good bench player. I don't know if he might have got this. No, he's off the bench. But we got 2 more games to talk about. Then I'll do first 4 games. So let's talk about the Bucks and Kings. Very good game for the Bucks, and honestly, the Kings put up a good fight. The fact that Giannis and Middleton put up 30 plus, and it was only a 9-point game. Antetokounmpo scored 36. Bucks hold off the Kings. They win by 9. Antetokounmpo, 36 and 10. 32 for Middleton. 21 for Holiday. Look at that big three. That is one of the best big three in the NBA. It possibly is the best big three in the damn league. Oh, I'm saying it right now. That's the best big three in the league. They put up 20. All three of them put up 20 damn near every night. You know, Drew Holiday's averaging 19. Middleton's averaging 21. Giannis is averaging 30. Like, holy shit, that is such a good big three. But anyways, moving on to the Kings, you had 12 and 12 for Trey Lyles, the veteran, being pretty good with the boards there. 22 for Sabonis, and man, De'Aaron Fox has been playing pretty damn good. 21 points, not the best shooting night, but 21 points for De'Aaron. That's definitely something that's worth noting. Let's move on to Raptors. Clippers. Siakam and the Raptors beat the Clippers to extend their winning streak to 5. The Raptors are becoming a force in the league recently. Yeah, they've been playing exceptional. 31 and 12 for Siakam, 21 for Fred VanVleet. Very good duo there. Potential All-Star tandem. Obviously, the All-Star break is already over, but those two play really, really well together. Canada might have another good team on their hands. Oh, the Raptors might. Okay, whatever. 22 for Marcus Morris on the other end. I mean, not a very good shooting night from him. He went 9 for 17 from the field, so Reggie Jackson, 23. That is about it. And, yeah, that's the NBA action. Let's just talk about the men's... Oh, the first March Madness game is actually starting right now. Let me turn that on, actually. And I can kind of watch it as I'm finishing up this video. I'm going to watch it while I'm eating lunch as well. It's going to be a really good game. Michigan and Colorado State to open up. They haven't started the game, obviously. Let's talk about Bryan and Wright State. Bryan, obviously controversial for the fight and the crowd they had. I forget what team they played. Wright State beats Bryant by 11 for an NCAA tournament win. That's pretty nice. And they count the first 4 as a tournament win, so that's cool. Two teams that, you know, like historically don't have a lot of recognition, and they fight to get in the tournament. Bryant, after all of the controversy and after having the best scorer in college basketball, Peter Kiss, he put up 28 in this game, though. So, oh, here we go. We're starting the game. Come on, Michigan. But 37-11. Good God. Some of these first 4 games are different. Holden putting up 37 and 11. Calvin putting up 21. My goodness, what a game. That was a good game, actually. Notre Dame and Rutgers, the double overtime game. I watched this whole game. Michigan has got to beat Colorado State. Notre Dame beat the Rutgers in double OT to cap their first 4. Notre Dame is usually not a school. They have a lot of tournament wins. Like when they get the chance, they're winning tournament games, but historically they just don't have a lot of those games played. Hunter Dickinson, boom, what a beast. 26 for Atkinson, helping Notre Dame win. For the Rutgers, dude, these are very good box scores for college, by the way. 22 for Ron Harper's son. That's amazing. I love that. Love to see an NBA guy's son. Obviously, they are eliminated for this season, but it's always nice to see an NBA player's son play good. Good God, what a shot for Colorado State. 23 and 11 for McConnell. Is that McConnell's like, no, he's mixed. Never mind. TJ McConnell. No. But, okay. Number 55 has been there all 4 years, hasn't he? What is that guy's name? He's got an and one. I guess I'll broadcast a little bit of this game before I go, because I got about 10 minutes before I have to go to lunch. Great shot for 54. He's been on that team far too damn long. But, yeah, later tonight, I'm going to be... Okay, it's tied at 5, 17 minutes, 44 seconds. No overreacting here, but... later tonight, I'll have the first day 1 of the first round videos up. I'm going to have NBA recaps, all sorts of basketball stuff this weekend. I'm going to be watching a lot of basketball as Colorado State just hit a 3 there, 8-5. I'm going to be watching a lot of college basketball, a lot of NBA this weekend. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good time for you sports fans to come over and support the channel. Let's see. Hunter Dickinson, very dominant force, but he misses the damn layup. Come on, 3-pointer, 55. Oh, goodness gracious. Is this the team that Nunes is on? But anyways, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. I'm just going to watch this game for about 8 or 9 more minutes and then head out to lunch. So that'll be nice. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Sorry. Have a good rest of your day. I'm out. I'll give you guys some more sports content over the weekend. I might even talk about NFL free agency. We will